So grateful to have Amy Consuelo on the show today. We deep dove into the amazing mimosas and food they offer at Crushed Restaurant and some of the great businesses in Pacific Beach. Let's tune in. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am Luke Waslou, host of Waz Up San Diego, and today I am joined by Amy Consuelo, the owner of Crush.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Great. So I'm doing excellent today.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Tell me a little bit, how did you get started with the business?
So we started about 5 years ago.
Okay.
We opened up in October 2014. So our 5-year mark we just passed.
Congratulations.
It's a huge accomplishment.
Absolutely.
For not only myself, my brother's my partner, and same with my husband, who is the head chef. And I congratulate my team. I wouldn't be here without them. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're right in the heart of PB off Garnett, correct?
Yeah. We're only a couple blocks from the beach. It makes it really easy for my guests that are waiting in line to just go and walk down the pier and
go walk down Crystal Pier, come back, and by the time you're there, you can have some mimosas and brunch.
Yeah.
I love it.
Our cinnamon roll pancakes are probably our claim to fame.
Is it? That does sound amazing. So how did you come up with the menu?
So it was a collaboration. Me being Italian, same with my brother, and my husband being Mexican, we really wanted that Italian, Mexican fusion, but also American as well.
Absolutely.
Those are the three top I'd say
three best
cuisines.
Food groups in the world,
yeah.
I would say. You got me covered with Mexican, Italian, and American. It's like, that's the way to my heart.
Totally. I feel like it's a way to everybody's. It's that comfort food. It's that what people they feel good about and they want to eat almost every day. So
absolutely, I could eat just those three every day, no problem.
Yeah.
So no, your kind of specialty is brunch, correct?
Right. Yeah, we're really well known for our brunch, and we're brunch focused.
Okay.
We see a big influx in our morning hours, and we are still open for nighttime for dinner service as well. Mm-hmm. We do that from 4 to 10 p.m. and we have different weekly events at night. We do succulent nights and.
What do you mean succulent nights?
So
like designing.
Yeah,
succulent?
designing.
Oh, my wife, she's already in. You sold her on that one.
So it's some sort of really cool planter box, or on tomorrow actually we're doing or next Monday, excuse me, we're doing a succulent night with pumpkins. So it could be like your centerpiece for the Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving Day table.
Very creative.
So they're super fun. It's something like a twist on some kind of craft night. We also have trivia. We have a wine night, which is where our ladies come into play there.
Is it like a certain night of the week, like Mondays is craft nights, Tuesdays is trivia night?
Totally.
Or how does that?
And then Wednesday is wine night. Thursdays are old school throwback game night.
Love it. What kind of old school games? Is it board games, card games?
Board games, yeah.
Love it.
Actually, tonight we're featuring a company called Porticade, and they bring in old school video games, and it's super fun.
Very cool.
And people don't get to see like Mario Brothers and all those things anymore, and so
Pac-Man,
they bring
Brothers.
in their own system, and people can play them at the tables, and it's free to do. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
So who doesn't want to play video games, have some delicious craft beer, and so nighttime is mostly tapas, correct?
I mean, we have that's what our menu is made of
Gotcha.
Like shareable things, shareable entrees. We have a lot of sliders and flatbreads and pastas. I'd say our pastas are our winning entree for nighttime.
Awesome. Awesome. And I did have a chance to kind of look you up a little bit. You have over 2,100 Yelp reviews, which is phenomenal. That is a feat and destroy most of the restaurants out there. So you have to be doing something right with customer service. What's kind of like your business model, and how do you get that many reviews and get people to keep coming?
Well, I think the key is like not only do we have 2,100 reviews, but we have 4.5 stars.
Yes.
That half star really puts us above the rest.
Absolutely.
And I think we're not only giving an excellent quality product, being our food or our wine or beer or our champagne, because that's what we're most known for, our mimosa flights.
Mimosas, yes.
But we're delivering that excellent service, that experience, something that puts us above the par, which
Absolutely.
is great.
So how do you, because creating culture it's so difficult to do, and employees and trying to get everybody to do it. It sounds like a very family-oriented business. Your husband's the chef, and then your brother's involved too as well. But there's got to be other people involved. And how do you?
Yeah,
hire,
I feel like we really cultivated our team because I'm there. I'm one with the people, and I feel like being in house and just showing them that that I'm there to be of help, and really getting to know our customers and how I want them to be treated, and really just spending that time with the team is very, I think that really helped cultivate our culture that we have. It's such a tight-knit, family-oriented, like when people walk in, it's like you're walking to our house.
Yeah.
And that's how all my team feels. It's like their house.
Mm-hmm.
I like to empower my staff and bring them up from different positions, and instead of hiring outside, I hire within.
Grow from within.
Yeah, grow from within.
Yeah, because it is, like you said, it's tough to do that and to create that culture, and kudos to you for that.
Thank you. I also haven't had that much of a turnover rate, which is pretty cool, because being in the industry, I've gone through so many restaurants that it's just a revolving door, so to speak, and that's tough to keep your staff. And we've only really lost. I have some people that's actually started with me.
The whole 5 years.
The whole 5 years,
wow.
Yeah. And our team is made up of younger kids, so they go to college and they want to expand or expand their career in their field, and they leave us. But I'm very thankful that I haven't had to hire so much.
Absolutely. And so how did you settle on Pacific Beach as your location?
PB is, I consider my home. I've been there now for, I used to live in PB. I recently just moved out about a year ago, and I'd been there for over 10 years.
Wow.
And just living, when you're a Pabetian, like you don't go outside the bubble often.
Yeah.
And so you really hone into that community and those people. I also worked in Pacific Beach for almost that whole 10 years. I worked at Bub's dive bar in.
Yep. I love Bub's.
In PB.
With grilled cheese and tater tots.
Oh yeah, their wings are killer.
Yeah.
So I grew up there, or I would say, growing up in this industry, and I learned a lot, and just gaining all these contacts from all over town just really helped not only build my reputation, but build my career reputation, and just having that support from the community.
Absolutely.
I knew that one day when I opened my own place, I really wanted to open up in PB, because I knew it was familiar to me. I knew that, breakfast, brunch was just an upcoming thought 5 years ago. And so I knew that I really wanted to focus on that.
To be your niche.
To be our niche. And when a spot just happened to come on the market at that time, I was like, this is the time, this is it. I gotta, really it was like an idea that I had for a year. I would go to business meetings with my brother every Friday, and we would say, okay, this is what we would do if we had our own place. And then it came to, after a year, my brother was like, okay, well, we gotta like either do this or not, like this is the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah. He's like, let's start looking. And we came upon that place, 967 on Garnett, and we're like.
So your location is killer. It's just 3 blocks from the beach.
Yeah, which makes it awesome because, we're in the heart of PB, and, it's just a prime time location.
Absolutely. Like you kind of touched on earlier is, 3 blocks and you're right at Crystal Pier, and you can walk down the boardwalk, and there's just so many great, afterwards if you want to go to a bar and have a drink.
Yeah, and it's so nice actually. Just we have a lot of clothing stores along the way.
Absolutely.
The California Sock Company is right next door. We have the California Accessory Store. We have Mileage, Pangea. So it's great window shopping as well, and as well as shopping.
Absolutely.
There's our block is awesome because there's so much to do just right there, which helps out with the wait time too.
Absolutely. And for business purposes wise, because there is that very, PB culture of the locals who frequent, the restaurants all the time, but then also just the amount of tourists that come through too as well. Mission Beach and Pacific Beach is just, it's a huge Airbnb vacation type city too as well.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
And that's when, PB thrives. Like, that's when all of our businesses are, just gaining as much speed as possible. And it's so much more fun too, because then there's so many more bodies there, and it PB as a whole, like our community is just, it's a fun town to be in. Absolutely. And to showcase to the rest of the country, because everybody comes from everywhere to see San Diego. San Diego is a beautiful place to be, and I'm so honored that I'm not only here, but I have a business in PB. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's great. We're just a fun town.
It is.
Yeah.
So one thing that really drew me to you is kind of the mimosas, and I really want to touch on that because it's not just champagne. Here's some orange juice.
Right.
Here's some tropical punch. Tell me a little bit about your mimosa flights.
So they're crafted of all different flavors. We actually have 7 right now, and they range from lavender, elderflower, passion fruit, pomegranate, summertime pear. They're different. There's something that they're unique.
Absolutely.
You don't see it everywhere, and we put them on this really cute board with a great presentation, flowers and dried fruits and that kind of thing, and everybody has to have the mimosa flight.
Absolutely.
I mean, they just know they need to go to Crushed and take a picture with a flight. We're a very Instagrammable place. So, so our clientele just, they're like, sometimes they don't even finish it. They just want the picture.
It's just got to get in this world too. I'm sure people go just for that too.
Totally.
Which is awesome. And what is your Instagram handle? So if people want to take a look.
At Crush PB.
Love it. Love it. What's your favorite mimosa that you have?
I have to say it's my elderflower.
Elderflower.
Yeah.
See, you said that earlier. I'm like, what is an elderflower? I've never even heard.
It has a little bit of like a citrusy note to it, but like floral on the back end. It's a little hard to describe, but it just works so well with champagne. Has that little bit, a touch of sweetness as well, that you could drink those all day.
Love it. And then I know you also serve a lot of craft beers too as well, because craft beer is huge in San Diego. And
yes, I mean, what better place to be in for beer than San Diego?
Yeah.
We like to cater to our local craft beer around town. We have 22 tap handles. So, what when they're not buying mimosas, we'd love for them to buy some
Sometimes
beer.
the girls come in for the
Yeah.
I actually love mimosas, so I would go for the mimosas too. But sometimes guys, huge craft beer following out here too as well.
And you know, San Diego Beer Week just happened, just passed, and it's funny because all the beer drinkers, they come in and, you know, we have all these specialty things from different breweries and stuff like that. We like to bring on some really cool handles and brews for that week because it's the showcase week. But then they end up getting mimosas because they're like, oh, we're sick of
we've
beer.
been having beer all day.
So it's really funny. It's a catch-22 there, but
absolutely.
No, but yeah, I'd say our mimosas are definitely our claim to fame.
Okay, so mimosas, brunch. If you're going for dinner, definitely take a look at the pastas.
Pastas and our wine program's great too as well.
Gotcha.
They're not these like little glasses of wine. They're these big, beautiful glasses that I feel like people really enjoy.
And again, it's all kind of about that experience.
Right.
So is there anything else, you know, other than the good service that, you know, does experience-wise that you try and provide for those customers as well?
You know, just keeping up with the times is huge. Like keeping up with the new trends, the new things that are going around town. You know, what's hot right now. Reinventing ourselves all the time and just kind of like changing up the program, switching up our menu. I think also keeps us very relevant.
Yeah. Have those staples, but also continue to evolve and
yes, and always grow and change and you know, same with our team. You know, always, you know, let everybody know that change is great and switching it up is key to like having people engaged in what you're doing.
Again, and having all the cool events like the succulent making and the arcade nights and the different, you know, wine night and trivia and all that too as well. Makes it a unique experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I love it.
Yeah,
and again,
thank you.
So thank you so much for being on the show. And
yeah,
if you are in Pacific Beach, make sure you check out Crushed. You say Saturdays and Sundays are usually a business day for brunch?
Yes.
Okay. And then if you have any questions, please check out @CrushedSD. And what about your website?
@CrushedPB.
At CrushedPB. Sorry about that. And what about your website?
www.barcrushed.com.
Love it.
And we're, you know, we have private events going on all the time. So, you know, if you want to book your holiday party, make sure that you contact me or, you know, we have a thing on our website.
Perfect. Best to send you a DM or just send...
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, again, thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you. It was awesome.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Waz Up San Diego. If you have any questions or ideas for guests for the show, please feel free to send me an email, wazupsandiego@gmail.com, or check me out on Instagram at Luke Waslou. I know it's a hard name to spell, WASYLIW. And make sure to check out Crushed Restaurant. They have some amazing brunch, mimosas, tapas, and more. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.